I'll get jammed. That's like 5. Wait, if we go to jam, would it work? I know, but all the forces just jump through the jam.
So now we're going to draw Freebody Diagrams straight up. So here we go, Freebody Diagrams straight up. Yes. There you go. No books on her. So draw the forces acting on Peppa's mom. Right now. If you can't think of what forces, you can go, what objects would be exerting forces? If you want to call it the force of the earth or something like that, that's fine.
So ruined that he has to get another.
You got this? Anybody need more time? So, Jackson, what forces you got?
I have the force of the earth on Peppa and the force of the table on Peppa.
Yeah, we got force of earth. And which way is the force of the table point?
Up.
Up. So again, you could totally call it that, or you could call this the force of gravity and the normal force. Yeah. So either way works. I'm totally cool with either way. All right. Draw that one now.
Oh.
That's your draw now. This is like moving.
Just holding her. Oh my gosh. You want to hug her?
Yes.
Got it? All right. Brittany, what forces you got here?
Force of the earth on Peppa.
So force of the earth pointing which way?
Down.
Down. Yep. So we got force of earth. What's the other one?
Force of your hand on Peppa.
Force of hand pointing up. Yeah. It's got to cancel it out, right? Because she's at rest, so you should not have an F net. So something's got to cancel it out.
Realistically, are you squeezing into?
True. That gets a little. Yeah, that gets a little. Yeah, we're not gonna get that for right now. We will, but. So yeah, you could even say force or something like that. Awesome. Last one for this one. Don't worry.
Spin around.
So draw. Oh my God! Your poor childhood. Oh my goodness.
Poor child.
So there you go.
He's getting ready for the dissection, man.
Oh no, it's got apparently the tail goes.
He's already hung up the port plan.
Ignore the spinning.
Oh my God. Wait. Oh my God.
All right, so Ginny, what forces we got here? Force of the okay, no, sure, the force of gravity or force of Earth, yeah, whichever. So force of gravity and a tension force pointing. That's right, yeah. So we got the tension force pointing up, or the force of the rope pointing up.
Wait, it's okay if we write like FT, we don't write like string, right?
No, you can write tension. Yeah, yeah. I'm giving you two options. It's up to you. All right. Questions, comments, concerns here? Because now we're going to go into overdrive here.
Oh, Spider-Man!
Yeah.
I still haven't watched it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh, what the?
Auto album.
Oh, I thought you said my name's a generic name.
Oh.
Let's go,
I
man.
mean, your last name.
Let's go!
So, here's Spider-Man. 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 So,
Spider Pig action?
we're going to say he's moving downward. I know he's got the wingsuit, probably something else is happening, I don't know. And then that he's also accelerating downward. But air resistance is not negligible. Draw a free body diagram of Spider-Man. Not negligible, so you have to include air resistance. Or drag, or whatever you want to call it. So make a dot, draw the forces on Spider-Man.
Do we do the wind hitting his face?
It's all, well, Spider-Man's a dot. You just want to draw what's the direction of the air. And again, he's moving down. They're saying he's moving down and accelerating down.
Oh, so he goes straight down? Or
He's
is
going
he
straight down,
diagonal?
yep.
Oh, he goes straight down.
I don't care what's actually happening in the movie. I'm saying he's doing that.
No, but then the magnitude should be different because he's going down.
All right. So, Diana, what forces you got?
I got force of gravity going down.
Force of gravity going down, good.
Force of air resistance
Going up. Which one's bigger?
Force of gravity.
Force of gravity is going to be bigger. Why does it have to be bigger?
Acceleration down.
Because this one's accelerating now. It's accelerating down. That means F net must be pointing down. Right? That means F net must be pointing down. So if I added the air to the gravitational force, I'd have a net force pointing down. So that's why it's pointing down. F net equals ma. So if I got an F net, I got an A. A plus. Okay. So, questions here, comments, concerns. That was different from the ones we were doing where there's not an acceleration. But all right, let's go next one.
Yeah. Wait, what?
This is the classic.
This is my Spider-Man. Toby, baby.
Yeah.
You guys and your British Spider-Man. All right. So go ahead, draw that one.
Wait, is he falling?
He's been in Sony. What do you mean?
Oh, we're gonna say he's at rest.
Guys, let's not
At rest.
don't take into account the movie wise.
Yeah, go ahead. You can call him whatever you want.
It's not even.
Wait, is it
Yeah. Dude, there's this they do, I mean, they have another force going around. Yeah. No, that's why they're It's like a concept, like they were actually thinking of doing it.
How many forces do I have here?
Three.
3 forces, yeah. Yeah. So, alright, Keith, what forces are here?
Gravity.
Gravity, pointing down.
And then tension going up.
Tension going up.
And then normal force going to the left.
I see what you're saying because of her,
Yeah.
right? I would say though her force is, this is similar to the squeezing thing. Like I know that she's got some probably pulling here and then some pushing there, but that'll balance out. But like, what about the vertical direction? Her, well, it is her grab, but she's pulling him down, right?
I thought he's pulling her. I mean, he's the reason why
Yeah, I should mention, that's a good point. I'm focused on Spider-Man, right? That's the object. So Spider-Man's gonna be the object in every single one of these. And so she is pulling down. Again, I know the squeezing thing, we kind of just, yeah. So, this would be force of whoever that woman is.
Oh my
Gwen
Stacy.
Gwen Stacy.
Uncultured.
Right, and these forces should add up. These forces should add up so there's a 0.
It's Gwen
This one's kind of boring, so I'm gonna. It's a fun picture, but like, I mean, this is boring, right? Tension, weight, okay. So, Spider-Man's sliding. He's sliding. So he's sliding, and his velocity is this way. So that's his initial velocity. So he's sliding, his initial velocity, and he's slowing down. I love how you know every movie that it's from. There's only one movie from this. So, wait, he's sliding? He's sliding, just deal with it.
But not in the face.
Civil War.
Yeah, the Civil War.
You know,
It's Gwen
Stacy.
Stacy. You ever slide into
No,
it's gotta be. Wait, what's
Pizza
That's
time.
that one time when like.
I'm pretty sure this is just
Crazy slide.
He does just Captain America.
Try and make a prediction.
Because everybody get in the big fight. Spider-Man, Thor's
They haven't thought of that, Jerry.
Alright, so this one brings up a lot of misconceptions, so pay attention. So Rahman, can you tell me what are the forces that are acting here? So definitely the force of gravity. So there's going to be weight from the Earth acting on Spider-Man.
And normal force on the ground.
Normal force pointing up from the ground. Should be. What the heck was that? There we go. And then,
Friction force pointing to the left.
any other forces? That's right. There are no other forces. That is it. Those are the forces. So a lot of people, and here's what's the good strategy about identifying what's the object that's exerting a force. Many people will go, oh, and then of course the force to the right I'll call it an applied force or whatever, because, oh, he's moving to the right, right? But what if there's an applied force, what is the object? What's the external object exerting that force?
Air.
The air is pushing him that way?
Yeah, man.
Don't forget about the scene! Shut up! So,
Okay, not talking about.
fire me!
Teacher of the year.
So there is no object that's exerting this applied force. That means it does not exist. So why does he move this way then if he's sliding?
Initial velocity.
It's his initial velocity, and Spider-Man has
Accelerating.
mass, which is inertia. So
Change in motion.
Spider-Man's just going to keep going this way unless a force tells him to go speed up or slow down. He's just going to keep going. If there was no friction, he'd just slide all the way to whatever, right? But there is this friction force. So Spider-Man's inertia pulls him that way. It's not a force, it's just the natural tendency of the way objects go. And so he's going to keep moving at a constant velocity, but he's got a friction force going this way, which is going to cause him to accelerate which way? That way. So he's moving this way, but accelerates this way, causing him to slow down and eventually stop. All right.
Dude, imagine life without friction.
It is kind of freaky.
You don't even need cars to go into car crashes at that point.
But you won't be able to go anywhere. You have to push off things. There you go. Oh! There's your British Spider-Man now. Of course,
I'll let you punish up to space on
that's my point. No, that's an actual shot in Spider-Man 2. That's like my favorite Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2, baby. But he doesn't know.
So there is this like crane thing here. So draw the forces acting on Spider-Man now. So hunky right there.
Spider-Man picture. Damn.
Okay, then.
She was an old lady who was Gwen Stacy. Gwen Stacy, exactly. Is that an old lady? Gwen Stacy, supermodel. Gwen Stacy.
Perpendicular of the
Mary Jane gets
Yes, there is friction. Yeah.
Can I say wind? It has to be wind.
No, there's no friction.
So use wind?
Huh?
Those use wind?
Don't worry about it.
There's no wind in a magnet.
What forces we got here? Gravity. Definitely. Right? So wait, what else? Careful with applied force, because applied means it would be like some applied force would be it's some like conscious being or something. Is there another conscious being pushing on Spider-Man at all? So behind him. So I heard normal force. Which way would the normal force point? Very good. Yeah, at an angle, right? At an angle. So the force would point kind of like that. And then yeah, lastly is going to be the What am I saying?
Yo, that's from the Spider-Man
And friction force pointing which way? Nice. Good. Yeah.
on that diagonal. Atta babe.
It's at the very end. This I know. That's cool.
First one.
So here you go. You can use. He's on a flagpole because he loves America.
Yes.
Remember those movies always ended with him like next to the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was, yes, I do. Force of gravity. We're gonna finish this up. I'm excited to do. Whiplash. Yeah, that's she got so bad. Dude, that had to be automatic. It's immediate. Her head snapped on the ground, right? Yeah. Next round, her head.